You know that feeling, right? You walk up to your car, your hands are completely full of groceries, and with just a simple touch of the handle, it unlocks. It feels like straight up magic. But it's actually some really cool technology we use every single day. So let's dive into the invisible handshake that makes it all possible. I mean, it's a seamless experience we all just take for granted now. But have you ever really stopped to wonder what's happening in that moment? How does your car, just sitting there locked and silent, recognize you and not just some random person walking by? That's the secret conversation we're going to decode in this explainer. And get this isn't just some nifty little feature. We're talking about a massive industry. The market for automotive keyless entry systems is on track to hit $3.4 billion by 2028. This technology isn't just about convenience, it's a huge piece of modern vehicle security and a major driver of innovation. Okay, so this tech really comes in two main flavors. First, you've got active keyless entry, which is where you still have to press a button on the fob. But the other one, passive keyless entry, well, that's the star of our show. That's the hands-free magic where the car just senses your keys nearby and unlocks for you. So let's pull back the curtain on that passive system. How does that automatic, hands-free entry actually work? It all comes down to a super rapid, totally invisible conversation. It's basically a three-step digital handshake. First, when you touch the handle, the car sends out a short-range, low-frequency signal, pretty much asking, "Hey, is anyone with the right key out there?" Your key fob, hearing this little shout, wakes up and replies with its own unique high-frequency signal, saying, "Yep, it's me, and here's my secret password." Finally, the car verifies that password, and if it matches, click, the doors unlock, all in a fraction of a second. But, this technology didn't just appear overnight. It's the result of decades of innovation, taking us from a simple piece of metal to a sophisticated radio transmitter that fits right in our pockets. Let's take a quick look back at how we got here. The journey really kicked off back in 1982 with the Renault Fuego offering the first remote system. But the real security game changer came in the 90s with the introduction of rolling codes. Then, in 98, BMW gave us keyless start. And by the 2000s, those passive, hands-free systems we all know today started becoming common. When you think about it, that was a remarkably fast evolution. So, those rolling codes I mentioned were crucial. Here's why. Early systems had a major flaw. A thief could literally record the radio signal from your key fob with a little device and just play it back later to unlock your car. The invention of rolling codes was the fix. It made sure the password changed every single time, making that recorded signal totally useless. But it's a classic cat and mouse game, right? Just as engineers build better locks, thieves find cleverer ways to pick them. And even with rolling codes, modern keyless systems are facing a really sophisticated new threat. This threat is called a relay attack. And what's so sneaky about it is that it doesn't break the encryption or steal the code. Instead, it just exploits the very convenience of the system. It captures the radio signal and basically stretches its range. Yeah, this really isn't about brute force. It's more like an electronic whisper campaign. It takes two thieves. One device listens for your key fob's quiet signal, and a second one whispers that exact same signal directly to your car. Here's how it works in the real world. Thief A stands near you, maybe outside your front door while your keys are inside or just behind you in a coffee shop. Their device captures the signal from your key fob. That signal is then instantly relayed to Thief B, who is standing right next to your car with another device. This tricks your car into thinking the key is right there, letting Thief B unlock the doors and just drive away. And look, beyond relay attacks, there are other practical challenges. I mean, replacing one of these smart keys can be incredibly expensive. The systems are also vulnerable to things like signal jamming, and of course, there's the classic problem. A dead battery in your fob can leave you stranded if you're not prepared. But hey, don't worry, the story doesn't end with the thieves winning. The next chapter in this whole evolution is already being written, and it promises to be more secure and way more integrated than ever before. Like I said, it's a constant arms race with would-be thieves, and engineers are fighting back with some incredibly clever solutions that tackle the core weaknesses of today's systems. And this is where it gets really exciting. The main weapon against relay attacks is something called ultra-wideband, or UWB. Instead of just hearing a signal, it can actually measure the signal's travel time to know the precise distance to your key. That makes a relayed signal useless. We're also seeing the rise of biometrics. Yep, the same fingerprint and face scanners on our phones, and the integration of the car key directly into your smartphone itself. So what does this all mean? Well, the traditional fob is a physical, single-purpose device. Your smartphone, on the other hand, is a digital, multi-purpose computer that can be updated with better security. By combining technologies like UWB and the biometric security that's already on your phone, it becomes a much, much harder target for thieves. Which leaves us with one final thought. Our phones are already our wallets, our maps, our communicators, and now they're becoming our keys. So what do you think? With this new wave of technology, is the physical car key as we know it already a relic of the past?